All right, family. All right. How we doing out here? Today, this Tuesday, right? 21st of January in the year 2025. How have these first couple of days here been for y'all, family? I hope they have been powerful. Been a while since we said that. I hope y'all are having a powerful and impactful day, right? A day of affecting this life, right? And affecting this life, to use some equivocal language that we have been taught, right? Family, welcome in us who are the 1,000+ strong, ever rising, right? Who believe in, who seek after, who love on. Yes, we love on, y'all. There's a lot missing in this world about love. A lot of love missing, right? Who love on. Hunger, thirst for that which is a different view. Family, welcome in today. Today's topic will serve really two purposes, or today's episode, I should say. It'll serve two purposes. Number one, your boy's going on vacation. So you won't be hearing from me here for a few days. Again, I wanted to do that, especially off the backdrop of us as a family moving. I want to make sure that you know your boy ain't went nowhere. We're taking some time to rest, right? I normally do that at the beginning of the year, and I sprinkle it out between the year, because again, you got to find a way to come off of Master's plantation, y'all. You gotta have time to yourself. You must allow your mind and body to recharge and renew. Shout out to those who preach the message of recharging, man. Showing that which again naturally happens in the planet, right? We read this here in Ecclesiastes, where the sun rises, goes down, and then comes on back, man. Constant cycle of regeneration, repurposing, renewing our mind, soul, body, spirit, and all of our being, right? So yeah, your boy will be going on vacation here for a little bit. The other thing is too, again, is we've already talked yesterday, and we're gonna put to bed this, because again, you got to understand, and it's hard for folks to understand it. We understand that, right? We understand it's hard for folks to understand, right? That this system, as has been constituted, formed of many isms, okay? Ageism, sexism, classism, racism. There's many. There's a big old soup that's been made out here, y'all. It's not just one. There's a few. Each one to be recognized, just like each one of the people groups that's affected is to be recognized, right? Where they don't care about you, they care about what you give them. Okay, like we have made mention and talked about this on this podcast. They like the shine of the diamond. They don't give a damn about that diamond. They like what it gives them. Same thing with you, right? Which is why you see a lot of backlash that you see in your government. We can use all that we can do the holy we can do the holy hokey pokey all we want to, right? Pentecostal polka, right? Deacon double dutch, the bishop bass drop, right? We can do all the song and dances we want to do from a religious standpoint. Right, from a belief standpoint, we can do that all we want to, ladies and gentlemen. There is a foundational current that runs through all of humanity, which is walking in love toward each other, man. Walking and looking for peace, because the opposite is clearly visible right in front of your face. And this is what it looks like when we do not. Constant division, constant disagreement, constant dissension, constant death. No government should be funding war. It's about asking for ceasefires. You don't sit there in your piosity believing one is better than the other. Normally, in these cases, just like in your family, it's somebody trying to exert something over another. And at the end of the day, you are family. Like we said at the outset of this episode, I understand that it is hard for folks to understand these things. I know. Right? But as long as you continue to stay stuck and plug into what Massa is telling you, that's all they're giving you, which for you is nothing. something for them, nothing for you, right? You see it historically, the more you look at the dealings of European-based government on the lands of North America, European-based government on the lands of Japan, in Australia, in the nation of India. No matter where this mess goes, it is subjugation for the dark skin toned people and tan skin toned people, as we say, black and brown folks, right? Again, you got names, ladies and gentlemen, they don't even recognize. You got speaking to our native brothers and sisters, unrecognized tribes. Now, we already realize from what we have read from documents, historical, like from the government documents, right? How they switched the word more in Indian. They looking for ways to just mix up this mess from what it actually originally is, which is just people living down here, trying to name each other while we're just living down here. And they set up a system of government around that mess, one of which we call classism and racism. And it's a bunch of mess. BS is another way it's said. Our Latin brothers and sisters say basura. Our native brothers and sisters call the European that thinks like this the Wasichu and the Yonega, the thief, the robber, stealer of the fat, y'all. But this ain't about teaching you nothing. It's about making you a good slave. Over here, ladies and gentlemen, we're about bringing him off the plantation, you see. And whenever that happens, no matter which belief on this planet, those are the ones that got to go Xing off. Clearly, as we have seen throughout history, unfortunately. Because that's what this is about. When greed is on the table, it doesn't matter what you believe. When bounty's on the table, it doesn't matter what you believe. Who in the house of David is the way it was told, man. Well, not the house of David. I forget the exact wording of the verse. So let's right. We do this in real time. I want to say maybe this is in Kings. I'm almost positive it's in Kings. Samuel, excuse me. Knew is in a king, King David, of course, right? A son of Jonathan, who in the house of Jonathan, right? Can I show my goodness to, right? 2 Samuel 9. And I do this so that people know where the reference is. Because again, you got a lot of folks sitting here not knowing where the references are, man. Sorry, my apologies. Who King David, and again, we understand there's a whole thing behind the story of King David and black folks and stuff. There's a certain group in the family out here, right? And you talk to our black brothers and sisters, they have seen the thing that I am not going against. We're just not putting it on the table at this point, right? And David said, this verse 1 in 2 Samuel 9, and David said, is there yet any left in the house of Saul? Same dude did him dirty, by the way. Saul, out of jealousy, treated David very terribly, right? That I may show him on top of his family, right? Now, we're just using this as the analogy part of this. Do you know anybody like that? The ones who are supposed to be uplifting you, making fun of you? Holding you back, telling you what you can't do? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the patterns of life here are already very clearly defined, easy to see when you go looking for them and when you start looking at them. Those who don't want to go see it, it's hard to find, right? That's where you get a lot of that. I don't understand what you talk about, all that kind of, because they're not seeing with your eyes, man. Hence where a lot of the groundwork is needed and laid in having conversations with each other that are uncomfortable. But this is, and our hearts have to be open to hearing from each other on these different point of views. However, at the end of the day, man, this is what this is. This is just what this is, right? Is there any left in the house of Saul that I may show kindness for Jonathan's sake? Anybody? Powerful story. Lo-debar. Lot of church folk they talk about that lo-debar, man. You low, you know what I mean? And they play off that a lot, right? Which is a real thing. It's a real thing, it's a real thing. But people out here dying in the street, man. Do we have any good Samaritans out there? I know the Levi don't care no more. The Levite don't care no more. Other holy people really don't care no more about those who are bleeding and dying in the street. They can keep talking it as much as they want to. But when the bleeding and the dying is in the street, you're walking on that other side of the road. We understand. The proof of the pudding's in the eating is what we were told, ladies and gentlemen, and that is real, man. You can make that pudding and make it good and put all the ingredients in there, man, but that thing is in the eating as to whether how good it is or not what you told, which is why your Bible tells you to go taste and see. Yet Christians got a problem with other Christians who deconstruct. No, CKJ, that's not one. Yeah, I know. Listen, we've heard the stuff already, y'all. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay. It's been going on. Your great grandpappy's been having the same damn conversation as to who can be, who can't be, how your expression is supposed to be, when all the information you need is right there in the holiest of texts, man. People are allowed, it's also shown in just how people living down here. See, unfortunately, when the European took over these lands, you just couldn't be okay with looking at half nude people everywhere. Folks had to put on clothes. Were they wrong? No, they weren't wrong. You know who was wrong? The folks who wouldn't let them be. And we still can't address that till this day. You picked to come to America, by the way. Could have stayed talking about who need to go back. You could have went right back over to Europe. We'll leave it alone. Because we know people aren't ready for that. We're just going to put it on the table, though. That's what it was, man. People who was living down here enjoying themselves in peace until this day. And everybody who talk about what's in the past, till this day, you still can't leave people alone. Operating in the spirit of mass, not the master. So, of course, the foreign policy is going to be one group is better than the other ones. It's the kind of policy that this government is built on. Not bringing the nations together, tearing them apart. Under the banner of the greatness of the United States. When each landmass is great of its own, we gotta stop it, y'all. Or else all you do is continue to open up the door to death and destruction. One group does not last without the other. Never has. Never will. Because that's not the way the Maker made it. But folks will find out. We're all going to find out, man. Nobody got the market on all knowledge. Nobody. Not me, not nobody. Right? So that's just some that's just some stuff, family. That we wanted to lay on the table. Again, this is never in a diss to people, although folks won't take it that way. All this is, y'all, is laying down the information, seeing it for what it is. Y'all take it and leave it as such, right? Gleaning in the field, as we've used that analogy that happened in the book of Ruth, right? I speak as I am Christian because I am Christian. So these are the things that I've seen along the way. If you don't agree, to my Christian brothers and sisters and others, hey, man, this is all part of that good earth that we live on. We see a thing, we accept the thing, and we don't, we keep it moving, right? The death and destruction and the division that has been caused as a result of not being able to do that is very, very divisive and evident today, man. And that's not what we're supposed to be after out here. So that's what I got for y'all, family, today. Look out for let us look out for each other, man. It's more evident now than ever before. You look out for each other, look out for your family members, talk to each other, right? Talk to each other. You're not going to learn nothing unless the heart of talking and compassion is put back into the thing, man. So That's what I got for y'all today, family. Thank you for walking this road with me. Again, we will be back, reconvening closer to or in February, right? Again, your boy is taking a break here, but we want to let the family know just so that nobody's guessing like, oh my gosh, where'd you go? I would implore and suggest, right, that we take a look at some of the episodes that have already been talked about on many of these different topics in the family and such. Right? Know your boy is learning as we go along in podcasting. And of course, this thing as we go along will get and look better and better per se. But again, I like the earthiness of something. It's beautiful to watch something grow, ladies and gentlemen. Truly it is, right? So thank y'all again for walking this road with me. We will talk to you soon. And until next time, and as always, look to find the beauty in a different view.